Welcome back to the TheDNazChannel. I am your host, TheDNaz, and today we are getting into more ways how to heal yourself naturally. I posted a couple videos about how to make tinctures, how to make teas, how to make salves, and yeah, I'm going to tell you more about different types of herbs and foods that you can be using to increase your health. So, what a lot of people don't realize is how important your diet is to your health. Now, I want to stress that I am not a doctor and this is not medical advice, okay? You're taking this at your, take this information how you want it. But most of the time when you go to the doctor, your doctor is going to prescribe you something to just relieve the symptoms, but it's not curing the problem at its core, all right? So since I love plants so much, I want to make this analogy. If a botanist comes and he diagnoses a plant and he sees a brown leaf, a sick leaf, right? A regular person might trim that leaf, right? But a true botanist will look at that and see if it's not fully dead. He's going to test the soil and see what the plant is lacking, what nutrients it's lacking, what vitamins it's lacking, right? Does it need potassium, nitrogen, right? Magnesium. What does it need? Calcium, right? It's going to diagnose that and it's going to add it to the soil. What I'm trying to let you know here, what I'm trying to make an analogy for here is you have to test your soil, your body. Your body is your temple. You have to test the soil. You have to find out what's wrong. What's wrong with your body, right? We want to cure the problem. We don't want to just take drugs just to quickly relieve the problem, right? We don't want to temporarily fix the problem. It's like getting antidepressant medication. You're just coping with something, but you are not curing the problem at its core, right? So there's a lot of things we can do for our health that will cure our soil, that will, add nutrients and enrich our soil so that where our body is feeding from, our temple, it will be clean and pure, okay? So you want to drink plenty of water, good water, okay? You want to make sure you're getting water, like not tap water. You don't want chemicals in your water. You want to get some good water. That's first, okay? Second, you want to watch your diet. Your diet is very important. And that, yes, we're getting into. Exercise. Exercise is extremely important as well. You have no clue. If you don't exercise right now, even if you don't want to strain yourself too much, think about stretching. Waking up in the morning and stretching and seeing how much more it will get your blood circulating and your blood flow going and how it can really help you, okay? But we're going to get into diet today a little bit. I'm going to tell you how to relieve some cough and cold, and how to help treat asthma and bronchitis. Okay, some plants that help you with cough and cold, asthma and bronchitis, chest congestion. So first you want to diagnose yourself, right? So how do you know if you have a cold and flu, right? What are your symptoms? Usually, the symptoms are you get an onset to the nose, to the head, to the throat, to the chest, right? You might experience pain, tightness, right? Hard to breathe. You might get chills or fever, feel fatigued, or have muscle aches, okay? These are symptoms of a cold and flu, right? So diagnosing yourself is huge, and that's another thing, I encourage going to the doctor. I think you should go to the doctor because I think you should get readings on levels and have a doctor professionally check you, show your levels, and get used to reading, okay, what's going on with my glucose? Am I getting a lot of glucose spikes? Just things like that, right? You want to see where your levels are at and how you're doing. So then you can diagnose yourself. You don't necessarily need a medication that a doctor is going to come prescribe you. You can diagnose yourself by testing your own levels, getting information from the doctor, finding out what you're lacking in, what vitamins you might need, right? So if you are getting sick, if you are getting a cold and flu, right, it's because your immune system is weak. So you want a strong immune system. You want to have a healthy immune system, which means you want a good diet, you want to have exercise, right, and you want to have good rest. Okay? So what plants can help, right? So I'm going to tell you my secret remedy that I use, and the kids use in my family. All my family uses it. We take a little bit of aloe, right? I break a piece of an aloe branch off, squeeze some aloe in a cup, a little squeeze of lemon, and some pure honey, organic honey, okay? some pure honey, and I mix that up, and I take teaspoons of that, or the kids will take teaspoons of that. It helps with the cough and cold. So we're going to get into where they help. So aloe. Your aloe will reduce dryness. It'll give you a cool feeling, right? It reduces discomfort by moisturizing areas, okay? It's also an antioxidant, all right? Aloe is a great plant. It treats all sorts of things, skin conditions. Having an aloe plant in your house is so beneficial. Anytime you need a little bit of your skin's irritated or you have a cough or something, break a little piece off that aloe plant. It's beautiful. Honey. The honey coats your throat, okay? It promotes cytokine release, which is immune cells. They come and they fight germs, okay? Honey is great. It's been known to be used as a medicine since the beginning of time, okay? Then you have lemon, right? The lemon has vitamin C, which is very good for you. That's very good for your immune system and your body in general, and helps you fight off diseases, okay? It's a natural cough suppressant, okay? So what are some other plants we can use? We can use peppermint, okay? This is in the menthol family, all right? So the menthol gives a cooling sensation, right? It's a natural decongestant. Menthol helps decongest, helps open up the airways, it helps you breathe, right? It's that cool feeling, okay? It shrinks swollen nasal membranes, okay? This is what peppermint is helping. So you can mix some peppermint in a tea. This will really help you if you have a cough or cold, or if you're suffering from bronchitis or asthma. That menthol will help open up that chest, okay? Then you have ginger. Ginger is great for pain. If you have arthritis, you have joint pain. So when you're feeling achy, right, it's an anti-inflammatory. So you can take a little bit of ginger root, grind it up in your tea, right? Mix it with that peppermint. It's a good, or mix it with lemon and honey, right? Make a tea with lemon, honey, and ginger, right? Strain it out. Steep it for about 10 minutes. Get hot tea, let it steep for 10 minutes, and then strain it out. Boom, you got a tea, okay? This also, ginger helps loosen the phlegm, okay? It has a chemical called gingerol, okay? Then one that's not often talked about is red clover. Red clover, I have it growing outside. It's a beautiful purple flower, right? And you can use the petals of it. You can use the leaves, right? So a lot of things like ginger, you're using the root, right? So roots are very potent usually, using the root of something. But, it depends what you have available, okay? But again, red clover, it's also very good for women, okay? It helps balance estrogen, all right? So males, you don't want to take it too much, but it's still good. It'll help. It improves your blood flow. It gets blood circulating. That's why it's so good. It's so good for the uterus. It gets urine flowing, okay? Helps clean out your system. Red clover is very good, and it doesn't taste bad. It tastes fine in a tea, okay? So it also helps with your mucus, all right? And then the last one we have is pine, okay? Using pine needles, right? You can see pine trees everywhere, right? So I know you have some pines around you, so all you got to do is take a couple pine needles, put it in your tea, or even in your cold water, the water you're drinking. Put some pine needles in there. Let them sit in there, and it's an antioxidant. It's rich in vitamin C, okay? So a lot of people don't think of using pine, but it gives a interesting flavor and taste. And even pine sap, it's very good for you. It's good for your teeth and your gums. If you have gum disease, you could put a little pine sap in your infected area, or use it as a toothpaste. All right, pine sap. They'll even teach you in the Army if you have a wound, right? You could take pine resin and a little bit of dirt actually, and put it over your wound, and that'll keep it, until you get to the hospital. That can heal you if you're ever caught in the wild and you have a cut. All right, but this helps relieve your cough, okay, and congestion, right? Pine is very good for you all around. The pine tree is very underrated. Not too many people talk about using pine trees. All right. So again, these are some treatments for cold and flu. If you guys haven't, please like and subscribe, because that really, really helps me. I'd love to keep making videos for you, and I really want to grow this channel and want to be able to do more for you guys. I want to make this channel more entertaining. I want to upgrade my studio. I want to do a lot of things for you guys and for the entertainment. But to do that, I need to start getting more views and more subscribers. So please hit like and subscribe. and come back to the DNaz channel for more herbal remedies and all sorts of entertainment. And we'll see you next time. Peace.